Unit 3 is on productive resources, factors of production. And at the bottom, I just put it's the stuff needed to produce something. Um, so, an entrepreneur sometimes is referred to as one of the factors of production, sometimes is, sometimes not, but they are ultimately the person who comes up with the idea. They're the ones that take the risks to bring the other three factors of production together. They are the ones that create and innovate. Um, and because in the United States we protect their inventions, we have copyrights and we have patents and things like that, there is an incentive for them to continue to create because the ultimate goal is for them to make money. And they know that in the end, the United States, in the type of economy or economic system that we have created, that the government here is going to protect their what's called intellectual property rights. So when Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, created that, he knew that he had several years where no one could create anything exactly like him. So once again, they come up with the ideas. These are not salesmen. I have students who think that an entrepreneur is a salesman. They are really the ones at that foundation of innovation, coming up with the ideas, creating new processes, creating new products. And once again, they take these risks in exchange for the amount of money that they're hoping to make at the end of this. They are pursuing their own self-interest. Um, Natural resources, the first one um, that we're going to talk about. Sometimes this is referred to as land. And so these are just the things that come from nature, whether it's lumber, oil, soil, rocks, coal, solar power, wind power, um, whatever we can produce from the soil, whether it's cotton or soybeans or corn or any of that thing. You know, we make ethanol now out of corn. So there is a natural resource or a land component that goes into producing almost everything. Human resources, obviously, this is extremely important. You have to have people who are working on the assembly line or who are working in management or who are fixing cars or teaching or whatever it is. The labor component is just the human part of the resources. And finally, capital resources. These are the tools, the machines, the buildings. These are man-made objects that we use to produce something else. These aren't natural, these aren't human, but these are the tools that we need. So in order to make anything, you are going to need humans, you are going to need some natural resources, and you're going to need the tools and machines to put all these things together to create the final product. Human capital is different than the last capital that we just talked about just before. The slide before, that's called physical capital, the tools and machines, and I apologize for not putting that on there. So physical capital are the tools and the machines. Human capital is different than labor. Please make sure that you understand that there is a difference between an employee who works for you and you investing in their training and investing in their education. The whole entire goal of investing in not only physical capital, but in human capital is to make the process quicker, make people more efficient, make them smarter. So we will invest in more machines, but we will also invest in our people and training them and making them more efficient and better, because at the end of the day, if we can make our workers more productive and we can invest in our physical capital, that is always going to come back to the entrepreneur or the business owner in terms of more efficiency, lower costs, more productivity, and at the end of the day, the whole entire purpose is to push that production possibility curve out. I do want to end this video by talking about the difference between physical capital, which is the tools and the machines, versus when we start talking about capital and raising capital to start a business, and that's money. So money cannot be used to produce something else. We can use it to buy things to produce something, but at the end of the day, money is not a productive resource because you can't use it to make anything. So entrepreneur has the ideas. They bring together the land, the labor, and the capital to produce something of value. They take the risk. They want the money at the end of the day, and they are willing to invest in their people by educating them, training them, making them better, and then investing in their physical capital advances in tools and technology. The whole entire goal is to become more efficient, to make more money, and push that production possibility curve out as far as we can.